The scene opened with Dokja submerged in swirling water, surrounded by fragments of a car, jagged rocks, and the occasional floating corpse. Struggling to hold his breath, he told himself he couldn't afford to pass out now. He had to stay conscious. Eventually, he and the wreckage, cars, rocks, and mangled bodies, landed with a sickening splash in what appeared to be the sea serpent's stomach. Gasping for air, Dokja surfaced, pulling himself up while rummaging through his jacket. He noted that he had made it inside the creature without being ripped apart or digested, which he supposed counted as a small victory. He fumbled for his phone and switched on its flashlight, casting its beam around the grotesque interior. The stomach was filled with twisted metal, boulders, and human remains. Smiling grimly, he muttered under his breath that the view was truly horrifying. Swimming toward a large slab of rock, he hoisted himself onto it, grimacing and swearing under his breath. He cursed Jung-hyuk, calling him a psychopath. Was this meant to be a test? Was he supposed to prove his worth as a companion? As he caught his breath, he reflected on Jung-hyuk's nature. Being a regressor who had failed his first round, Jung-hyuk had never truly formed any meaningful relationships. People had idolized him, viewing him as a savior, but the weight of multiple regressions had made him a loner. To Jung-hyuk, every person was either or an enemy. This ordeal, Dokja concluded, was most likely a test, a trial to see if he deserved to be treated as an equal. He called out for the system to open the message log. A series of system windows popped up. You have failed to clear the scenario. Proceeding with checkout. 100 coins have been deducted for the channel usage fee. The constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband agrees with your provoking remarks. You have been gifted 100 coins. The constellation Demonic Judge of Fire nods at your decision. You have been gifted 100 coins. The constellation Secretive Plotter is disappointed with your flippant remarks. As Dokja sat on the rock, a ripple passed through the water. He tensed. It looked like the creature was starting to move. He recalled from Tusei that ichthyosaurs began secreting stomach acid approximately 3 minutes after consuming their prey. Time was running out. Just then, a familiar voice broke the silence. A dokebi appeared behind him, laughing with amusement. The creature confessed that it was a bit disappointed. Things had just started getting interesting. Recognizing the voice, Dokja addressed it calmly, identifying it as the dokebi. The being confirmed its identity, but noted how curiously calm Dokja appeared, even in such a desperate situation. Dokja replied that he had been waiting for it. That answer visibly surprised the dokebi. Internally, Dokja made a vow. Not only would he survive this, but he would emerge with the power necessary to stand as Jung-hyuk-yu's equal. One way or another, he would become a companion Jung-hyuk could not ignore. Meanwhile, outside the beast, Jung-hyuk-yu silently watched the sea serpent slither away, then turned and walked off without a word. Back in the stomach, the dokebi asked again if Dokja had truly been waiting for him. Dokja confirmed it, stating that the dokebi had come to collect his coins. After all, failing a scenario meant losing them. The dokebi raised an eyebrow, surprised by the specificity. Coins? Not his life? Dokja clarified that if death had been the penalty, the system would have stated so outright. Instead, the result had only shown a vague That, to Dokja, suggested there was room for negotiation. Laughing, the dokebi admitted that Dokja's reasoning was impressive. It noted how the constellations had been closely observing him. As Dokja had guessed, failed sub-scenarios could indeed be cleared using coins. The dokebi's smile turned wicked. It declared the cost, 5,100 coins to buy back his life. Dokja looked to the system window, which displayed coins possessed 5,100 sil. He cursed silently. The price was absurd. Out loud, Dokja protested that it was too expensive. The dokebi shrugged and told him he was free to die then. It claimed to be doing Dokja a favor and said he could quit right there if he preferred. Without missing a beat, Dokja told it to go ahead and kill him. The dokebi blinked in disbelief, asking him to repeat that. Dokja, now smiling, reaffirmed his words. He challenged the dokebi to try. He knew it wouldn't. Internally, Dokja reasoned that the dokebi wouldn't dare kill him. Right now, he was the center of attention. The constellations were enjoying the spectacle too much, and if the dokebi had intended to end him, it wouldn't have come all the way here to do it in person. Angrily, The Dokebi asked what Dokja was trying to pull. Dokja calmly called it by name and asked how its career as a streamer was going. The Dokebi recoiled in shock, stammering and pointing at Dokja in disbelief. It demanded to know how a human could possibly know its name. Dokja smirked and remarked that things must not be going too well. After all, the constellations had been quite stingy with their support lately. New system messages appeared. A few constellations have become suspicious of your identity. The eyes of the constellation's secretive plotter sparkle at your plan. Leaning forward, Dokja whispered to Bihyung, suggesting they shut off the channel for a moment to speak in private. Visibly irritated, the Dokebi complied and turned off the stream, demanding to know how Dokja, a mere human, could know about the Starstream system. Dokja answered internally. The Starstream was the galactic broadcast system used to share footage across the universe. The subscribers were constellations, and the actors were humans like himself. Dokeibis served as streamers, the storytellers who connected the two. But aloud, Dokja told him that wasn't what mattered. Bihyung asked what was. Dokja cut to the point. He asked Bihyung if he wanted to become the Dokeibi king. Bihyung was taken aback. Shocked, he demanded to know what Dokja was. Dokja pressed on. Didn't Bihyung want to surpass the likes of Dokgak and Gildal? Didn't he want to become the greatest streamer in all of existence? Reaching out a hand, Dokja made his offer. He invited Bihyung to enter into a contract, and with a calm, unwavering voice, he promised, "If you do, I will make you the Dokeibi king." The Dokeibi stood frozen, speechless.